Hey, this is Donna St. Louis, and we're doing a reshoot from the live stream today. We're having connection issues, and today is all about how do you turn that boring sales meeting into a profit-producing performance that your sales team can't wait to be a part of. So let's just jump right into it. Again, my name is Donna St. Louis, and I am a business growth guru. I help organizations make more money faster. This is what we're talking about today. We're going to modify that sales meeting into something that your team actually wants to attend, they want to go to, and it helps them make more money. Because here's the thing, whenever you have a sales meeting, the only thing your team is thinking is that you are stopping me from making money, because they don't want to always be in meetings, they want to always be closing. So let's talk about how we can change it a little bit. First of all, most salespeople see a sales meeting as just another status meeting. We want to get out of that status meeting mentality, and we want to turn it into something that not only can they get something out of and they look forward to, but also you as a sales manager get something out of and looks forward to. So if you don't have a pen and paper right now, go grab it. We're going to jump right into it. So the first thing you have to think about is the agenda, exactly how the sales meeting is supposed to be put together. And it's only 4 simple parts. You have an opening at the very beginning. You have an introduction. You have your opening and your introduction are the same thing. You have the sales people part, then you have the barrier crushing part, and then you have the closing. So let's start with the opening or the introduction. As the sales manager or the facilitator of the meeting, your job is to start off the meeting by simply saying your name, your title, and the vision of your organization. The vision should be a single line. So for example, if I was doing it, I would say, hey, my name is Donna St. Louis. I'm the CEO and founder of the E-Suite Network, and we help companies grow bigger faster. See? Very simple. All right, so now that we have that down, we're on to the next part, and this is all about your team. So you really don't want more than 8 people on this call from your team. So if you have a bigger sales team, you're probably going to need to either split this down into something more manageable, more bite-sized, but you really don't want more than 8 people on. We don't want your meeting to go longer than an hour, and it needs to run like a well-oiled machine. So every one of your salespeople, and only your salespeople on the call, gets 4 minutes, just 4 minutes. And during that 4 minutes, they're going to share something very specific. Now, what they're going to tell you is, number 1, what they're most proud of that week. They might be proud of 5 things. They might be proud of 8 things. They might be proud of 2 things. It doesn't matter. They're going to tell you what they're most proud of that week, as many as they want. We don't care, as long as they stay within their 4-minute time frame. The next thing they're going to tell you is challenges. Any challenges that they're running into, they're going to identify those. Now, we don't want to go into deep detail about the challenges. We want kind of a high-level overview of what the issue is that they're running into. So, for example, they might say something like, we got some new marketing material that we've been sending out, but unfortunately it seems that we're getting people that are outside of our target area and may be challenged with paying our fees. So we might want to take a look at some of the marketing material that we're sending out. Something like that. Notice how we didn't go into, because then this guy named Bob got the marketing material and Bob wasn't happy with the marketing material, or Bob looked at it and he thought that we were cheap. So then I spent an hour on the phone. No. High level overview of what the challenge is and keep it moving. And then the last thing that the team member is going to share is accolades, shout outs, thank yous. Hey, somebody helped you get through a challenge that week? Shout it out. Somebody helped you with something. Someone bought you coffee. Someone hooked up your client. Someone stepped in for you. It doesn't matter. It's your time to give your team members a shout out for something they did. So anybody in the organization that did something for you, that went that little extra mile, you point that out and make sure you give a shout out. And that's it. 3 things, 4 minutes, and then pass it on. So if I were doing something like this, I could say, so the first thing I want to do is talk about my accolades. This is Donna St. Louis. I closed $70,000 worth of deals this week. I added 3 really hot prospects to the pipeline, and I moved one of my opportunities forward 2 steps, and they were only supposed to move forward 1 step, but they're actually moving forward 2 steps this week, so I'm really excited about that. Then you can go on to the challenges. The challenge is that I don't think the marketing material that we sent out is actually driving the type of customers that we're looking for, and I just want to find out if I'm the only one having that challenge or is everyone else running into it as well. And then the next item is shout outs. I want to give out a shout out to Michael, Gloria, and Julie, because this week they really helped me with this challenge that I was working on. And then I would say something specific about the challenge. They helped me with a contracting issue that I was having in the CRM. Turns out we were all having the issue, so it was kind of cool that we got together and worked on that. And that's it. And then they could say pass it off. And I'm going to pass my time now off to Gloria. Now, just because I only went 2 minutes or 3 minutes doesn't mean Gloria gets to go 10. She still only gets 4 minutes. So we keep it very specific, 4 minutes per person. Notice how I did not say this is an opportunity for the sales manager to jump in and say, okay, well, let's talk about that issue. No. Sales manager, your your only job is to sit down, be quiet, take notes, and keep the meeting moving forward. Everyone gets 4 minutes. You need to be clear about that time. You need to move people forward, and you need to make sure that you're taking notes on people they're giving shout outs to, the things they're most proud of, as well as the issues. You do this, you just stay quiet, keep taking notes all the way until you get to the end. So if you have 8 people, it's going to be 32 minutes in, and at that 32-minute mark, you're ready. So now you're ready, and you're going to look at the issues. You're going to start right there with what the issues are. So whatever the issue is, you're going to have this conversation and say, okay, so I noticed that Michael, Julie, and Rebecca all had the exact same issue. Okay, you notice how we're not solving the issue unless it's something that you really quickly can solve, but you can ask other people if they have the same challenge or if they have a solution to the challenge. You will be absolutely surprised how many of your team members have run into the challenge and already solved it, and they could probably help really quickly, or how many other people actually have that challenge and didn't even realize that it was a challenge. Maybe it's just something they're pushing through. The nice thing about this is it gives you an overview of everything that's going on your team. And now what you could do is if you have people that can solve that challenge and you say, hey, okay, so you guys are having this challenge. Well, it turns out that Jody has a fix for that challenge. So you guys get together, let me know the date and time that you're going to meet up and fix that challenge. You're actually empowering your team members to build each other up, to help each other with challenges and to move forward. Anything your team can't solve, well, now that rolls up to you. All right, now we're at the close. So at the close of the meeting, I like to close the meeting with something that is a little bit actionable, that makes it clear, crystal clear, of my expectations. So one of my favorite things to say is, you don't have to practice to be in last place. But if you want to win, you better plan. That's number one. You have to plan and you have to prepare. Right? So I always say that you don't have to win to be in last place. You don't have to practice to be in last place. But if you're going to win, you better plan and you better prepare. So now when people on my team come to me, especially with a sales challenge, the first thing I say to them is, well, did you plan to win the deal? And did you prepare to win the deal? Usually I find that if there's a challenge, if there's a loss, it fell in one of those 2 categories. And so now they've heard it from me every week. So they know I'm going to come to them and ask, did you plan and did you prepare? If you plan to win, you got to plan to win. You got to prepare to be there. All right. So that's it. That is all you got to do. You got those 4 pieces. So why does this work? Well, this is why it works, because especially you as the sales manager, you have some information out. You have, number one, you know what your team is most proud of. You know why people leave? You know why salespeople leave? Salespeople don't leave because of the money, because if a salesperson isn't making enough money, then they probably need to leave. Because quite honestly, most salespeople are in charge of their own dollars. But when salespeople leave, it's because they're not appreciated and acknowledged. And so now you just heard from your team the things that they're most proud of. It is your job to go and pass out those pats on the back appropriately. Mind you, when they did their thank yous to the other team, they already helped you out a little bit. The other thing is, you know what people are really contributing and who's contributing and how they're contributing and why that's important to the other team members. It gives you an opportunity to recognize who's taking on those leadership roles and put in a succession plan that actually works. And then number 3, you recognize the challenges that are really impacting your team. You know the things that are slowing them down, and it helps you move those barriers out of the way faster. So when you create a meeting that's more in this fashion, in this form, your team members get an opportunity to participate, which is very important. They get an opportunity to voice their challenges and get help from their coworkers and colleagues. And it gives you an opportunity to really go out there and not only pass out accolades, but move the barriers out of the way that are slowing your team down. My name is Donna St. Louis, and I am the founder and CEO of the E-Suite Network. If you'd like to catch up with me or learn more, give me a hit up at www.dawna.com. And I look forward to hearing how you have turned every one of your status meetings into a profit-producing performance. Talk to you later.